Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
You know what's wild? We spent 11 years watching Tony Stark cheat death like it was a hobby, and yet when he snapped his fingers in Endgame, we all acted shocked. But here's the truth, Tony Stark was always going to die. Not because Marvel needed a tearjerker, but because every single choice he made from that first Iron Man suit was a breadcrumb leading straight to his grave. That arc reactor wasn't just keeping him alive. It was a countdown timer we were too distracted to notice. Let's rewind. That cave in Afghanistan wasn't just his origin, it was his thesis statement. Yinsen sacrifices himself and drops the bomb.
Don't waste your life.
From that moment, Tony's entire arc becomes answering one question: could I be the guy who doesn't run? Spoiler, he spends 11 years proving he can. Avengers, he flies a nuke through a wormhole, fully expecting to die. Iron Man 3, PTSD and panic attacks because he knows something bigger is coming. Age of Ultron, he tries to prevent the sacrifice by building Ultron, and it backfires. You can't cheat the inevitable, Tony. Then Infinity War, the dress rehearsal, he watches Peter dissolve, watches Strange hand over the time stone.
We're in the endgame now.
Out of 14 million futures, there's one path to victory. Tony knows he's the variable, he's the sacrifice. Marvel tattooed, "This man will die," across Tony's story, and we missed it. The arc reactor literally replacing his heart. Iron Man made it clear, the palladium was poisoning him. He was dying from the very thing keeping him alive. That's his entire character in a nutshell. His relationships? Pepper spends 11 years begging him to stop. Peter becomes his second chance. His redemption, Morgan represents everything worth saving. I love you 3000 isn't just adorable. It's Tony quantifying his love because he needs them to know exactly how much they meant. Because numbers eventually run out. Every time Tony goes into space, he nearly dies every single time. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Tony couldn't just win, he had to end. Thematically, Tony spent years trying to engineer his way out of sacrifice. Doctor Strange saw 14 million futures. In one, they win. That wasn't just the only future where they win, it was the only one where the cost was acceptable. Tony's death wasn't a solution, it was the only solution. And his death completed everyone else's arc too. Steve got to see the man he once doubted make the ultimate sacrifice. Pepper got closure, Peter got his Uncle Ben moment, the loss that forges heroes. Morgan got a legacy, Tony's death saved the MCU itself. If he survives, he becomes a narrative problem. His death freed the story, created space for new heroes, raised the stakes. I am inevitable, Thanos declares, and Tony, broken, bleeding, mortal Tony, responds,
I am Iron Man.
Watch that moment again. Tony hesitates. His eyes flick toward Pepper and Peter, toward the life he's losing. He knows the stones will unmake him. And he does it anyway. That's not heroism. That's transcendence. And then he suffers, arm obliterated, face burned, arc reactor flickering. Rhodey finds him first. Speechless, Peter stumbles over, sobbing, "We won, Mr. Stark." And Tony can't even respond. Then Pepper kneels beside him, hand on the arc reactor, and does the most loving thing possible. "You can rest now." His greatest invention wasn't the suit or arc reactor, it was himself. He took a broken, selfish arms dealer and reverse-engineered him into a hero. Tony Stark's end was obvious. It was inevitable. But obvious doesn't mean easy, and inevitable doesn't mean painless. The man who had everything gave everything, and in doing so, he became eternal. I am Iron Man, not was AM, present tense, forever. So here's my question. What other character arcs did we miss? What other endings were obvious in hindsight? Drop your theories in the comments.